If you want to N64 on a budget, this would be a way to do it. Welcome back to Jimmy's Toys. I'm Jimmy. Today we're going to be talking about how to play Japanese N64 games on a US Nintendo 64. Recently, I picked up a few Japanese N64 games. These are ridiculously cheaper than the US counterparts. I picked up two of these locally, got one of these off Whatnot. All right, so here's a really quick comparison on price charting between the North American N64 prices versus the Japanese. So on the left, we have Mario Tennis N64 loose copy. Average is $24.15. The Japanese version is only $8.45. I got paid $6.99 for the one I have. So, I mean, that's pretty big savings. I mean, it's kind of a sports game. Yes, Mario, but it's still a sports game. You know, it's not that, premium type game. The Legend of Zelda, obviously, is a very popular franchise. Ocarina of Time is one of my personal favorites ever. In the US right now, a loose copy is $31.46, whereas the Japanese copy right now is averaging $14.82. And I actually got mine for $7.99. And so now I have the original, the gold cartridge, and a Japanese cartridge for this. So that's kind of fun. Mario Kart 64, the US North American cartridge is averaging $41.71 according to price charting, whereas price charting is showing that the loose cartridge for the Japanese version is only $14.20, and I actually ended up getting that for like around $10 off of Whatnot. If you're into original hardware, original cartridges, original disc, all those kind of things, it's a great way to bolster your collection by saving quite a bit. It's close to like 1/3 of the cost. Today we're going to jump in and take a look at how quick and easy it is to modify your Nintendo 64. All right, so let's hop into this quick little modification. So I got this part from eBay. It was $7.99 with free shipping. It is 3D printed. So literally all you need to do is open up your Nintendo 64 and then remove one part and put a part back in there. I mean, it's really very simple. While I was starting to do this video, I realized I couldn't find my tools. I knew where they were before I moved. I moved quite a while ago, and I honestly don't know what I did with them since then. So I just ordered a new set off of Amazon. I think they were $8.99, and this ended up working out really well. In real life time versus video time, this is being sped up, I think it took me less than like 8 minutes to take my Nintendo 64 apart, and I've never taken it apart before. And so if you've done this once or twice, it would probably be even a little faster. And also, I was trying to make sure stuff was in frame of the camera. So I think this could be quicker than 8 minutes if you had any experience doing this. Because this is the first time I've ever opened up an N64. I've opened up a Nintendo Entertainment System. I've opened up some other controllers and things, but not an N64. And so this process went fairly quickly. The replacement part was, there's really only one way to put it in there if you pay attention to what's inside the N64. And then I just slapped it back together and screwed it back down. And then we could check out these 3 Japanese N64 games that I recently picked up. And so first, let's take a look at Zelda, because Zelda is my favorite of these 3. I'm a big Zelda fan. And so let's see if it works. Got my little CRT TV here. Picked this up for like $5 at like a yard sale kind of thing a few years ago. Yes, the game is loading. It's in Japanese, which if you have Google Translate on your phone, you could totally translate this in real time with that. You can use the camera option. You can see the text translated on screen. But the funny thing I think here is there's actually save data here on this Japanese game. So I guess some kid, who knows, however long ago. I mean, the battery still works. I don't know. I think that's really cool. So anyway, I just want to see if it worked. I'm not going to hop into any of these just yet. So then we're going to try out the next one. We're going to go into Mario Tennis. And this one, it took a couple tries, but it did work. And I honestly wasn't expecting there to be a lot of text on the screen in this one. That was one of the reasons I picked it up. I'm like, well, it's a tennis game. How much stuff could it be? There actually is quite a bit of text on the screen. But again, Google Translate could figure it out. It was easy enough to get into a game of tennis. I mean, I played through this really fast. I won the first set against Luigi very quickly. And so yeah, this totally works. And then the Mario Kart was the one I picked up off of Whatnot. It took a little longer for me to get it to actually function, but it finally worked after multiple tries, and I went through a race. Again, there is some text on the screen, but this Mario Kart is pretty straightforward. So yeah, I think this is pretty fun. I think this is definitely for me at least, there's a local store here that has a lot of Japanese games, and so I can get those, again, fairly cheap, usually less than the price charting prices, which, is going mostly off of eBay, I think. Really, if you have the tools already, under $8 to widely expand your options for cheaper N64 games. And then 2, even if you didn't have the tools, for under $17, you could expand your collection, again, with inexpensive versions of games that you like. The last time I was in there, they had Smash Brothers. I might get that next. So if I continue to get these games, I'll probably post some more videos, either a short or a video here on the channel. And so if you have experience with this modification, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. What did you think? Have you picked up a lot of Japanese games once you did this? If you had a Japanese N64, have you done this to that? And have you picked up more North American cartridges? If you'd like to hear my thoughts about another video game console, you might want to click on this video right up here.